Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited, and I'm here doing a deck profile for you guys. Starting every Sunday now, I'm going to be doing deck profiles because my computer is crapping itself and I am not able to do my dual videos, so I decided that I'm just going to do deck profiles and you guys could help me make my deck profiles better. So when I would maybe dual Spidey, because I don't know if we're going to be doing it this format because he's been taking a hiatus here and there when it comes to the dual videos, so I'm going to showcase my new Monarch deck because of the new Monarch support. I haven't tried out the new Monarch support often enough. I only used it around 2 days because I was putting it off because I said I wanted to pick up Gradles because the Gradles are coming out towards Halloween and the 1st of November. I wanted to try out the new Monarch support and the ban list was coming out. So I said, let me do all this in one point in time. But that's not the case. And I said, you know, I might as well get into it as soon as possible. And I really, like, once Dev Pro and all the and Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro updated, I was able to really sit down and start trying them out. So I said, okay, so now I could start taking tips in and try to make this deck better. I get the concept of all of them and I just need to get a final build. So far I'm in my rough draft, so I'm looking for you guys to help me make the deck better. Alright, so I'm going to get right into the deck right now. Also, don't forget to like the video because it's always greatly appreciated. Every time you like the video, you make me very happy and it just makes me want to do videos more often. And it's the only thing I ask. It helps the channel grow and it helps our videos stand out from the rest. So if you want the channel to grow and help me personally, that's how you do it. So click the button. It's very, very greatly appreciated. Now I play 3 Netherworld Monarchs. I think he's good for the factor of being able to take out any card. So he's basically, like, out of all the Monarchs, to be able to take, oh, one thing here, one thing there, one thing there. He could pick anything that he wants specifically and get rid of it, including the hand, and I really like that. And I feel like it kind of reminds me a lot of the Trishula, but he's not like Trishula because he can only take away one card, but I find him to be very fun. And being able to grab him back is also a very unique factor, and I really like that. Alright, now we're going to jump into the Heaven Monarch. The Heaven Monarch I also find unique to being able to combo it off with Karaz because Karaz you can use its effect through special summoning it. And I feel like no Monarch other than Karaz could really abuse that factor. And since Heaven basically comes on the field and say special summon one, I mean, you could obviously special summon Netherworld, but you can't overlay because you need the field spell out to basically cut off the extra die for your opponent. So I mean, it's kind of hard because I've seen many new Monarch players not use the Heaven Monarch, so I'm not 100% sure if you guys should think I should keep it. I like it because I don't want to run Majestus Fiend and Vanity's Fiend. I don't know, I feel like I'm so into Monarchs, I don't want to play things that are not Monarchs. I feel like if I'm abandoning the Frogs and Caius and Ryza and all those cards, I don't want to replace like those cards for just Majestus Fiends and Vanity's Fiends. I don't want that. Alright, so then you got the Netherworld Knight. The Netherworld Knight, not many people play him. I see people at most play 2. I'm playing 3 for now. And he's basically, you just use him to just as tribute fodder because you obviously play him and then you just tribute him and either play like Heaven or you play Netherworld. And I feel like it's good. I mean, I don't have an issue with it. It's alright. But it's like you can mainly combo it off with the Heaven Knight because you play Heaven Knight and then you special summon him from the deck. They should have built that in, that you special summon it also from the Hand of the Grave, because then it would be easier to just run 2 of him. But it's basically like once you run out of the ones from your deck, it's kind of like, and especially with Pan Deity, the deck gets thinned out so much. So I'm like, eh. Then there's Max C. Max C, I kind of want to play it at 2, but I don't know what to add. But to me, Max C is just like a standard tech card that I'm set in stone with. I'm just like, well, it's just a very good card. Like, why not? So I'm like, eh. I always want to at least always have my deck very even. That's why I wanted to have like 18 monsters. I didn't want it to have 17, so I just forced in an extra monster slot. And then I play 3 Pan Deities Monarchs, Pan Deity Monarchs. It's kind of weird to say, but that art on that card looks beautiful. And I love how they gave it a consistency draw card because you just discard a spell card for the Monarchs. And I mean, that's pretty good. And then it has the +1 effect when it's in the graveyard because you're just like, I'll banish it. And then Heaven Knight, when it's sent to the graveyard, you just like fucking put it right the fuck back. They're like, oh, I could take a banish card and then put it back. I'm like, oh, that's just real. Oh no, because the Heaven Knight puts it back in your hand. So it's like you basically get Pan Deity back to your hand. It's just so, the recycling and draw factor of this deck is just so fun. It just needs more like domination when it comes to just dominating the field. The only problem that I have is that people are gonna be like, the deck could dominate, the deck's amazing, you haven't seen the OCG and the shit could like destroy shit, and I'm like, but I haven't gotten used to them yet. I'm not 100% good. I wanna get good with them, but I'm not yet. I mean, I also like how Pan Deity could also just shuffle, like, reveal 3 Monarchs spells or traps, because the fun fact about that is that you could just target, like, 2 Stormforths and the field spell or something and just cut off your opponent's shit, and they'll be like, alright, just take the Stormforth, that doesn't seem that bad. And I'm like, that'll cut you off later. But Pod Duality is amazing because the deck technically doesn't need a special summon. I think the only card that special summons is basically Heaven Knight. Other than that, no card really special summons in the deck. And then you got Trancy, yeah, Trancy of the Monarchs, and you basically use that to just search. You got search in the deck, and then you got Pod Duality, since the deck doesn't need to special summon. Stormforth just takes all your opponent's shit and uses that tribute fodder. I love how they made Stormforth, because relying on Soul Exchange was just so poor. It was such a poor excuse for like fucking taking your opponent's monsters. And I'm happy Stormforth walked around like at 3 and it didn't have to get cut down to 1 or shit. All right, then I use 3 of the True Monarchs. I feel like that card's really good, for not just for the boost, because it gives you a boost in attack points, which is very, very handy, but also the ability to cut off your opponent's extra deck as long as you have no cards in your extra deck. And I feel like the deck doesn't need it. And I love how seeing a deck like this compete without demanding an extra deck, and it could just go toe to toe with shit like Burning Abyss and Shaddolls, and oh my god, this deck must be like the out to Shaddolls because they don't need the extra deck. And it's like, oh, you want to use Shaddol Fusion? Well, fuck you. And that just makes me so happy. All right, then I play obviously the 3 original like Monarch copies, and then I play 1 Solemn Warning, 1 Bottomless Torrential, and Compulse. Most people aren't running the Bottomless Torrential and Compulse, but I find them to be such good techs, I don't know what to swap them out with, so I just want to keep them built in. Okay. So this is basically my deck profile. I can't really think of what else I could put into the deck because I haven't really used it yet and I haven't settled into it. But I want to keep working on it and making it better, and maybe in like a month after I really get competitive with it and I really get a lot of advice and a lot of tips to make it crazy, I'll do an update on it where I'll be like, this is my confident build, I'm gonna wreck house with this, and then I could give other people good advice and that they could walk around and beat some ass with it. So I'm trying to think. The only thing I really kind of don't like is I don't like Karaz, because Karaz, I don't like giving your opponent a +1. It reminds me too much of Dark Bride, and I just feel like that's not rolling well with me. I'm also not really feeling the Compulse Torrential and Bottomless. I'm not feeling the Max C. I'm not really feeling the extra copy of Netherworld Knight. I don't even know if I want to keep the Heaven Knight in it. No, not the Heaven Knight, the Heaven Monarch. So I want to work on it more. So I'm gonna keep just like trinking at it and just trying to work on something perfect for them. So I mean, because I want to also, the reason why I want to use all of them right now is because I want to get used to every new like card that they made Monarch related, so I could just be like, so that's what you do, so that's what you do. And because I feel like almost every Monarch I have at least tried, especially in my old Monarch deck, like at least once. So I would like to just keep working on making the deck better and better. All right, so that's basically it. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'm sorry if you guys aren't crazy about deck profiles, because you guys are gonna have to like hear that out for about like a couple of weeks. So yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. Me and Spidey are trying to get 30,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so tell a friend and spread the word, and hopefully like we can get this channel up to 30,000 by the end of the year. We're pretty close because we're almost up to 27,000, and New Year's isn't happening for like another like 3 months, so we have 3 months to get it up there. So don't forget to check out the 2 previous videos that I'll have showcasing right now, and don't watch them. Watch them if you haven't already. All right, see you guys later. Bye. Have a good day.